as ugly as it looks, we're going to see trucks on the track. Final practice for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series from Daytona, presented by Toyota. Well, the weather, it's changed as often as your position in the draft. Throughout the course of this day, it's looked good, it's looked bad, the sun's popped out, we've had heavy rain, wind. I mean, it's been a little bit of everything, and then here we are live, and that's the best side of all. Drivers in their trucks getting ready for practice. 55-minute session scheduled earlier today. It was postponed due to weather, so these will be the first vehicles on track today. Along with Michael Waltrip and Phil Parsons, I'm Vince Welch. Who's most excited about practice and it finally going to happen? Me. Well, I mean, other than the three of us. And Michael's only going to be here a short while because he's got to go to a driver's meeting for the duel later, so he's got to get all he can just here in the next few minutes.
I think everybody in the garage area is happy that we're going to get on the racetrack, and probably none more so than the young drivers. We talked about that at the beginning of that scheduled practice earlier. These guys, maybe they've been in an ARCA car, maybe they've been in something else, but this is going to be such a different animal for them in these trucks here at this racetrack. I think those guys need to get out there and feel that closing rate, because these trucks punch such a big hole in the air.
Well, everyone's heart rate is elevated, Vince. That's for sure. Whether you're a rookie or a vet, you hit these high banks at Daytona in one of these trucks, especially in the draft, it gets your attention, including my heart rate, because these guys do things that make me nervous. We'll see them three-wide. We'll see them making big runs, maybe even pushing each other. These guys have to put themselves in positions that they think they'll see tomorrow night when they take the green flag in order to win this race. We've seen some tremendous upsets here at Daytona, but more often than not, the veterans have prevailed against the kids. What will be the case tomorrow night?
Well, how can it make you nervous? You're getting ready to run 150 miles tonight and do the same thing.
This watching is harder for me than driving, because I just don't see how they're ever going to make a lap, and they always seem to figure it out somehow.
Well, we'll look forward to them figuring it out, then we'll watch you figure it out a little bit later. Let's listen in Timothy Peters and his radio communication.
Just a quick rundown for the 7. They're going to go out together. If someone gets behind the 7, that's fine, but we're going to run about 3 laps together, come back, check clearances, check our travel, check everything, then go sit on pit road or go right out to the big draft, and then that'll be it.
And that's Timothy Peters hearing from his crew chief, a new crew chief with Timothy, by the way, and that's Chad Kendrick. And they referenced the 7. That's his teammate, full-time this year, Brett Moffitt, Peters' teammate at Red Horse Racing.
And you can see this front end of that truck, Vince, the gap between the nose and the ground. Looks like about 4 inches there or so setting. Those things will go right to the ground. So that's what the crew chief was talking about. We'll go out, get in a draft, and make sure we've predicted the way the nose settles down on the road correctly. Make sure it doesn't hit the road too hard. Make sure it isn't too high off the ground, because that is directly related to how the truck drives and how much speed that it has in it.
And by the time that those trucks get back to the garage area, they will already have real-time pictures of the attitudes of those trucks on the racetrack.
And the man who's taking care of the garage for us during this practice session is Hermie Sadler.
Well, Vince, drivers, for the most part, are buckled in, ready to go on the racetrack here at Daytona. Ben Rhodes bucking up here, getting ready to get on the racetrack. A little bit of a delay today. Number one, how exciting is it to finally get a chance to go on this racetrack? And number two, what do you plan to try to get accomplished in this condensed practice session?
Well, we definitely need to shake the truck down. You know, these guys have built fast Tundras over the wintertime, but everything's new on here. So we're going to shake it down for a few laps, maybe 2 or 3, come back in, make sure everything's all right, and then hopefully get out there in a pack with a bunch of our teammates.
As Ben Rhodes buckling up to get his first laps this year on the track here at Daytona, Vince.
Ben Rhodes back with Thor Sport again this year. Last year he was in the 41 truck. They changed that. He'll run the 27 this season. But what do you guys think about this Thor Sport lineup? Of course, Matt Crafton, the one that always is present front and center.
Yeah, and Matt Crafton's going to have to keep both ears open, because all those young racers with not a lot of experience are going to be wearing that out. And not only his teammates, but Matt is a great champion. He spends a lot of time with the young drivers, helping them out, coaching them, giving them some direction, and then outrunning them on race day.
And one of his teammates, Greg Enfinger, went to victory lane last year with GMS Racing.
Yeah, in fact, Enfinger won pole here at Daytona and then won the race at Talladega. Matt Crafton, the 2-time series champ, finished second in the championship a year ago, getting ready for his first practice of 2017.